Day.
Wonderful.
Oh, I like the energy.
Hey, the screen's working.
My name is Victoria, and I want to welcome all of you to Weggerforth Bowl. Now, we are part of San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance, which is committed to saving species worldwide by uniting our expertise in animal care and conservation science with our dedication to inspiring a passion for nature. We integrate wildlife healthcare, science, and education to develop sustainable conservation solutions. Up here is going to be a list of where we focus our conservation efforts worldwide. And today we're going to begin in our Amazonia Conservation Hub. Now here we and our partners are working to conserve wildlife like the jaguar, Andean bear, New World monkey, and plant life like the orchid. Now there are many birds in the Amazon that need our help, one of which is the macaw. These birds are known for their loud vocalizations, which you've heard, and their bright colors. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome out some of our flock of macaws. Starting with our blue and gold macaws. This is our pair, Sierra and Azul, of course named for their blue and gold coloring. You're also going to meet our scarlet macaws, Cielo and Sol. Now these birds are known for traveling up to 15 miles each and every day in search of food and other provisions. One such provision is clay. These birds are oftentimes found mounted on clay walls, where it's thought that they consume it to neutralize some of the toxins in the foods that they eat. Hello, scarlets. Now, by eating, they're going to help disperse the seeds and some of the foods they eat to help repopulate the trees of the rainforest. One way that you can help out the trees of their home is going to be by switching your coffee to shade-grown coffee. Instead of deforestation to make room to grow coffee, the same tasting coffee can grow in the shade of the canopies of the trees that they call home. Because each morning, the tree that they leave, they return back to that same tree every single night. And they did a fantastic job today. Those were our macaws.
Penny is
next up we're going to head to our Southwestern Conservation Hub, which is right here in our own backyard. Here we and our partners are working to conserve wildlife like the western burrowing owl, desert tortoise, thick-billed parrot, Kino checker spot butterfly, and the mountain yellow-legged frog. Our next wildlife ambassador is going to come on here. She's actually a local rescue, and they have a very important job, and they help us each and every day in many ways that we don't even know. Sometimes she's a little old lady, so sometimes it takes her a little bit to come on out here, making a little tapping sound to help her know where to go. This here is our Virginia opossum.
She spends more time there than here.
I did say opossum. The opossum is the only marsupial right here in North America. The possum is a very different marsupial found in the land of marsupials, which is Australia. So this little critter helps us in many ways, and I'm going to tell you a few of those. The first way is they consume thousands of ticks each and every year. So that can help reduce our risk and exposure to Lyme's disease. They've even been known, it's been documented, that they will groom other wildlife like deer and get the ticks off of them. So they are very handy little helpers. They've also been coined the nickname the gardener's best friend because they will help eat rotted vegetation and probably some good stuff too. They'll eat insects, vermin, things that gardeners don't want in their yards. They are a great cleanup crew. Something that I find very fascinating, and it's a misunderstanding we have about them, is their body temperature is only about 94 degrees. So it's pretty impossible for them to contract, therefore give the rabies virus. There's only ever been a small documented handful of cases of opossums having rabies. So if you worry about them in your yard because you think they're going to get your pet rabies, that's really not something you're going to have to worry about. Yes, they do have more teeth than any land mammal in North America, but they don't use those teeth necessarily to protect themselves. How they protect themselves is incredibly unique, and it is by playing dead. That low body temperature drops even lower, the tongue hangs out of their mouth, they secrete a horrible smell from their anal glands, so a predator comes over and they think this is a rotten or sickly potential food item. So they tend to leave the opossum alone and carry on. So minutes to hours later, whenever they pop out of this involuntary state, this catatonic state, hopefully they wake up in one piece. So if you ever see an opossum you think is passed, leave it alone because it might be fooling you. Now, as she makes her way on out of here, it does look like she has one more little piece. I'm going to tell you the last really unique thing about opossum. I think she's got one more piece. I kind of jumped the gun on that one. All right, there she goes. She's chewing a little. So the last really interesting fact about opossums is by studying their blood, we have learned a lot about how to create antivenom because they can withstand almost every venomous snake bite. And it's been documented they can turn around and consume that snake. So they are such an interesting little critter, and I hope you have a little more love for the only marsupial found in North America. And there she goes. That was Penny, our Virginia opossum. And if you do find an opossum that has possibly fallen off mom that needs help, you can always take them to Project Wildlife. That is where we got Penny. Okay, I'm gonna pass things over to my friend Shauna.
Thank you, Victoria. Give it up for Victoria one more time. And little Penny. All right, is everybody having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, I love to hear that energy. All right, so we're gonna keep it going, but we are going to walk away from our hubs for just a second because we are gonna talk about San Diego Zoo's One Health approach to saving wildlife worldwide. And that means that we believe that the health of our planet, people, and wildlife are all interconnected and we all need each other to thrive. It is the core of our mission and the thread that runs through all of our conservation projects. Now, one of the best examples of species needing other species to thrive is all of our relationships with canines. Humans and canines have been around for centuries helping each other. And now, of course, in 2026, we still have lots of use for our canines. Raise your hand if you have a dog at home. Yeah, almost all of us have a little buddy that we have at home, but also canines work for the police force, they work for the military, and they even help with conservation. They use their sense of smell, which is 100 times stronger than ours, to sniff out all sorts of critters that could be endangered, and they actually also hunt out cheetah scat, which is a fancy word for cheetah poop, to help us research those cheetahs. So we use them in all different types of ways that humans wouldn't be able to do. And instead of just talking about it, we actually have a very popular friend that is taught to find an object on this presentation area to kind of show you exactly what we're talking about. So without further ado, please welcome out Elvis! Come on out, buddy!
Oh, that's a slow start on this hot
He
day.
likes the crowd, he likes the energy, and of course he loves to use his nose opening up that door. I thought it was shut. Very nice, Ellie. I have no idea where it is. I don't know if I'm blocking it or what, but he is trained or taught to find a lemon scent that we can put on any object out here, and then he will find it. And we have yet to stump him in all of these years, but we try to do it sometimes easy, sometimes hard, but you can really see him using that nose.
There is a faster start.
Originally, I think he was cheating and trying to look at all the usual spots because he's smart. And now he's like, oh, I really have to use my nose. You can do it, Elvis.
Elvis, 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 Elvis.
Let's go. 20-minute show. You can find it. Yes, you can. We're not gonna help him. Is he close? It's not even hot? Really? Oh no! Where's it? Go find it! Go find it! Nope, it's not there. Oh, we might have stumped him. He might need a little help, Ellie. Go to him.
Maybe the scent got washed off when they had the sprinklers on.
He's trying. Wow, don't give up. Come on, buddy. Go. Just help him out a little. Let's see. What is it? What is it? Oh, I'm getting sad, Ellie. Yeah! I couldn't see it. I had no idea where it was. Oh my goodness, why was it so hard today? I don't know. You know, to be fair, everyone, I did clean this area very, very well today, and I might have, hosed down some of those smells. But he did a great job. That was Elvis. Good job, Elvis. That was hard today. All right. Now, he did find a stuffed koala today to represent one of our conservation dogs. Her name was Smudge, and she did find several koalas that had lost their homes after the 2019 fires in Australia. Of course, she did not shake the koala like Elvis did, but she did find lots and lots of abandoned ones and helped rehome them. So one of those things. Now, Elvis would make an amazing stuffed dog. That might be the only time we have stumped him in all these years. But he actually is here for another reason besides being a conservation dog. He is buddies with a friend that we have here at the zoo. Now, he was supposed to work for Guide Dogs of America. We like to say that he got career reassigned by being buddies with this next wildlife ambassador. He is not her service dog, but he is definitely one of her best friends. Would you like to meet her?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So everyone's very excited. We just had Elvis out here. I would just kindly ask that we stay seated for this next guest to come out. And if you're just coming in, just have a seat. But representing our African Savannah hub, here she is.
Pretty Ilangha.
This is Ilangha, our South African cheetah. So again, thank you all so much
They
for
spend more
your
time there than
energy
here.
and your excitement. But we will all try to take a seat as quickly as possible to keep her just as comfortable as all of you. Now, like I said, she is a South African cheetah representing our African Savannah hub. We're working to protect all the big ones like giraffes, scrubby zebras, rhinos, lions, leopards, and of course cheetahs. And we are very passionate about cheetahs here at Wagaforth Bowl, as we have been working with them for well over 40 years. Now she is a beautiful specimen of a cheetah, and she will be getting very close to all of you. So thank you so much for being incredible care specialists and respecting her space. But you're going to be able to see all of the beautiful adaptations that nature has given this animal to be the fastest land mammal in the world. How fast can a cheetah run? Good job. Up to 70 miles per hour. So kids, when mom and dad are driving down the highway today, imagine Ilangha just riding alongside your car. Pretty fast. Now they go, yeah, well, don't rat your parents out. He says they go faster than 70. Sorry, guys. So you're gonna. But what's even more impressive to me is the acceleration of a cheetah. It's 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. So count to 3 very slowly, and she's already going as fast as you're going entering the highway. Now look at that beautiful body that she has. She is a very strong cheetah. She's about 90 pounds, but even having that, she is built all over all that muscle in those back legs. You can see that tiny little head, even though she is 90 pounds, because she has what we call a bullet-shaped head, which makes her more aerodynamic and helps her pass through even faster. You're getting a great look at those claws that are up on that rock. They look a lot more like dog paws because their claws are always semi-retracted out. It means that they cannot retract their claw all the way back into the sheath like your cat at home even. It does actually give them more traction. They're a little bit less sharp, but it's basically like she has built-in cleats. So if any of you play sports, that's exactly the same thing we copied off the cheetah. Now, unfortunately, since cheetahs are built for speed, they're not necessarily built for protecting themselves as much or protecting even their prey from other predators. And that is why the cheetah is the only spotted cat. When you're looking at other zoos, look for cheetahs. If you see a spotted cat and you can't figure out if it's a cheetah, look at their face. Take a look at her beautiful face. Cheetahs have black lines coming from the tip of their eyes all the way down their face. It's called their malar stripes. We call them Serengeti sunglasses to help us remember what they're for, and that is to deflect the sun away from her face. They need this because, like I said, they cannot protect themselves from other predators stealing their prey. So what do the cheetahs do? They run at those high speeds in 100-degree weather in the middle of the daytime in Africa so that they don't have to compete with the other predators that hunt at dusk and dawn. And nature has given them those beautiful sunglasses to help them see well high during that daytime. Now, like I said, we're very, very passionate about cheetahs here. There's so many cheetah facts. But I do want to let you know that unfortunately cheetahs are critically endangered today. There's about 7,000 of them left in the world today. Not a very large number, but I will tell you that we are doing our part. Ilangha here was 159th cheetah born at our sister facility, the Safari Park, where we've had over 180 cheetahs born there. And with all of your help, we are actually helping with all sorts of projects all over the world to try to help cheetahs come back from extinction. Thank you so much. That was Ilangha and Elvis, our famous duo. All right, now San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance is creating a world where all life thrives, and never has this been more important. As first responders in the field, we are there applying a century's worth of wildlife knowledge conservation challenges. We collaborate, we innovate, we hope we inspire people and wildlife to thrive together for a healthy. Conservation is at the heart of everything we do here, so thank you so much for helping and being a hero for wildlife. We really appreciate all of your support. We cannot do this without you. We hope you enjoyed meeting our wildlife ambassadors today and learning some fun facts about conservation. You guys have a wonderful day here at the world famous San Diego Zoo. Bye everyone.
Thank you.